Good morning, student. Children, in the previous video, we are discussing about the peoples who have any disability or disadvantage. They have to be face a lot of problem in their lives. Okay, so children, we are very lucky that we are and have a complete and enough healthy body. Okay, children, there are some people who are overcome from their disabilities like Helen Kellen and the Louis Brill. Children, Helen Kellen, if you get a chance to read the autobiography Helen Kellen, you must be very surprised because she is not only a deaf, not only a blind, but she has no slight and she has no sound and she is a quiet person. Okay, she is spending her life in a childhood as she is blind. She has no if no light, she is a deaf and no sound and mute also. Okay, children, if there will be a peoples who are some are blind, they can hear and they can speak also, but she is blind also, she is deaf also, and she is muted also. Okay, and children's she is living in a dark and a quiet world with no sound and no sight. Okay, how would you know that the taste or the smell or which one is sweet, which smell is bad, which is good, which flower is smell, which is soft, which flowers gives a smell, good smell, and which is looks beautiful, which is unbeautiful, ugly, that she can't have any idea about that. Okay, and not being able to find the meaning in the littles that she could not say sense in the world around her. Okay, and did not upset little Helen, but it is made very angry. Means when she is in childhood times, Helen Kellen became not became very she is not became upset, but it makes her very angry in the childhood time because she cannot hear, she cannot see, she cannot talk, or she has no sound and she has no light, no nothing. Okay, at that times when she is in a childhood, that times it makes very angry for her. Okay, and angry not enough to try, like no one has ever tried before to overcome her disability. This type of disability have like this type of this ability had never tried before anyone comes. Okay, and she had come from that disability, and she became overcome from her disability and then go to be as when she comes up from her disability, she became changed herself as an author, as an political advisors or activist and a lecturer. Okay, and children's Helen Kellen was the first deaf blind person in the world to become a graduate as a Bachelor of Arts. Okay, children's she is an Helen Kellen, and she is the first woman or the first person in the world to become a graduate as a Bachelor of Art. Okay, and children's and now also the Helen Kellen Institute is also teaching this the peoples who have this type of disability. Still that institutions gives an opportunity for those children who has disability and they wants to overcome. Okay, and children, this is the pictures of Braille, Louis Braille, and he was born in France in 1809. Okay, and Braille, his name has now referred to the system of communications for the peoples who are blind and visually impaired to read by touch. Okay, and see, he is refer to the system of communications because he helps to read and reading introduce and reading method by touching, and that script or the he introduced in one script, that script is known as a Braille script. Okay, and it is an touch, it will be read by touching. Okay, at the age of 3 years, Louis was stuck in the accident, and he suffered with his accident with his eyes, and he suffered his father's in a workshop. Okay, meet it with an accident at the time when he was working in his father workshop. That time he uh, suffered his eyes. At the age of 5 years, he totally lost his eyes, and Louis became completely blind. Okay, and soon, for a while, he found it hard to understand the tragedy. But soon after, he will overcome from that darkness and wonder to find what should I do to overcome from that darkness. Soon he overcome, and he went to become a great educator and the inventors of the system of reading and writing for the blind peoples. That script is known as the braille script. Okay, children's, and the surface of the reading tables and surface of the reading tablet with raised dot, making the that could be felt, became a page from which the visual impaired could read. Okay, it means that the braille script is a script that is a table raised dot marking which can read by a visually impaired. Okay, and more than 200 years later, this system is still in use and having a helped countless sight deprived to read and write. Still, this braille script is very very helpful for the peoples who are visually impaired. And okay,